As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Jets defense. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. But the bottom half of the league makes sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Thomas will look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick-6, another ball intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick-6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You talk about this Jets defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A give right to Collins. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Now Thomas. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Jets will take it up to the 43-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Barnett. Open man here is Benson. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bills nothing.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give left side for Benson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Barnett firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 69, go.
Operating from the gun. Barnett. Hard throw, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw. Barnett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Benson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. An extra point attempt to follow here. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw is Thomas. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, this is Collins. Shoves him aside, and just shedding him off there. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Cameron Vickers to take off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Benson is in. Touchdown, Jets. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their. They're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Drops it underneath for Collins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's to the 15. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion. Down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he put